Hey guys, Dan Malone here from MassLive.com along with Andrew Sear of the Massachusetts Daily Collegian. We're here at Dordt Perry Stadium in Bowling Green where UMass just played a stinker of a game, a 62-38 loss in what was supposed to be the biggest game of the season, the MAC opener against the defending MAC East champs. 4 straight losses to the Falcons in 4 years, and I think this one probably hurts most of all.
Definitely, Dan, especially with this, what was at stake today. UMass coming in off a great performance against Florida International. They had the 10-point win at home, and then you come out in this game and they laid an egg. 62 points allowed on defense. No matter how good your offense is, you allow 62 points, you're not going to win. That's just the way it is, and I think that this team had a lot at stake, and they fell flat, like I said. It's unfortunate because they had the chance to, prove to a lot of people that they could compete in this MAC East going up against Bowling Green, who was the defending MAC East champion. So, they win this game. They prove to a lot of people that they're here to compete, and instead they lay an egg, and now it's back to the drawing board for Whipple.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk coming into the season about this was the year that they would kind of supplant Bowling Green, make a run to Detroit. A bowl game is still an option, but a fleeting option. But the MAC East is out of their hands now. Bowling Green is by far, clearly we saw it on the field today, they're by far the best team in the MAC East. They scored 62 points. They could have put up 80 today if they left in their starting offense.
Yeah, not to mention they had 725 yards on the ground, and in that first half they couldn't stop the run up the middle. They couldn't stop the deep ball. It seemed like UMass was playing a lot of soft zone. Didn't want to let anything over their heads. And Johnson, a great quarterback, like Whipple said when we talked to him after the game, just kind of picked him apart one by one. Roger Lewis had an incredible game. He had that big catch.
Big one,
yeah.
And 68-yard touchdown. Matt Johnson, he was picked MAC Player of the Year preseason a couple years ago before he got hurt. He was 33 of 39 today, for 450 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
If you're going to let the best player in the conference beat you, he's going to do it. 33 of 39. He wasn't trying anything too difficult. He was taking what was given him. And then when there was an opportunity to go over the top to Roger Lewis late in the game and kind of put the cherry on top of everything, he hit it. Yeah. I think it's just clear UMass is not as good as a lot of people thought they were, including I think us. I think we thought they were a lot better. They think they were a lot better than this coming in. And at 1-4, 0-1 in the MAC, they've not lived up to it, and that's something they're going to have to deal with over the next few weeks.
Definitely. It was not, Bowling Green wasn't doing anything, obscure to get this lead. They were
same thing they do to every team every game.
Exactly. And I think with Johnson, what happened was UMass didn't get a lot of pressure on him. He was kind of standing back. And teams have gotten pressure on Johnson this season. UMass was content with just rushing 4, sitting back in that zone, and like we saw, he just kind of picked them apart one by one down the field. There was some big plays, but the majority of their offense was just, 10, 15-yard outs to the sideline that UMass just wasn't in position to make the stop.
Yeah, offensively, a lot of hollow numbers. Blake Fronapple had another big day. Tajay Sharp, Rodney Mills go over 100 yards. But it doesn't mean much at the end of the day when you're kind of just trying to play catch-up the whole time, drive after drive. There's a pressure to score and hang with this offense. And, when the mistakes happen, they kind of pile up. Fourth turnover on downs at the first drive of the second half I think that was kind of the moment where you're like, no, this isn't going to happen. And Mark Whipple told us after the game that the energy on the sideline wasn't there. And, I think that's a major concern. If for arguably the biggest game of the year, your guys aren't hyped and ready for that, they come out here and kind of, like you said, lay an egg. I think that's a big concern, and I think in a way that kind of wraps up everything that's been wrong with this team over the past few years.
Definitely, and I think you hit the nail on the head with that 4th down play to start the third quarter. The previous defensive drive for UMass, Kelton Brackett makes that interception, so it looked like momentum was starting to favor in UMass's way.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, and then all of a sudden, UMass comes out in the 4th and 1. Whipple said he was happy with the play call, but they come out 5 wide. They go to Elgin Long, over the middle, and you turn to that, Bowling Green answers right back with a touchdown, so that's a huge momentum swing right there.
And they're off to the races. Can't sum it up any better than that. Andrew, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
This is probably, a lot of people are going to watch this frustrated. I think the players are frustrated. They got a big game next week now. It's weird to think that Kent State is a big game, but they need a win. And, we'll see if they can they're back at home in McGurk next week, and we can see if they'll come out and get that. So, Sierra, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time.